So today we will compare the two heavyweights in expat destinations here in Latin America, Medellin in Colombia versus Panama City in Panama. Welcome to How to Expat. My name is Sam and I'm an expat in Colombia. Our mission here is to help expats or soon-to-be expats to start their journey, avoid gringo prices and settle down hassle-free. So the fight is on. We will do the comparison in many little categories where every city can get some points, so you get a better overview of the comparison. And we won't use too many figures in that comparison, like you could compare what is the murder rate in one country and what is the murder rate in the other country, but we don't do that here in How to Expat because we don't really believe in statistics and numbers, especially here in Latin America. So this is just my boots on the ground comparison of the two cities when I was there. So Medellin is a city in Colombia with around 4 million people in the whole valley where Medellin lies. It's quite a big city and it's rated one of the best cities to be an expat in, especially in Latin America. The city, as I said, is in the Andes in Colombia, so in the mountains, and has springtime weather all year long. So Panama City is a city in Panama, so it's the capital of Panama. It's a city with around 1 million people. Panama City, of course, is famous for the Panama Canal, which brings a lot of foreigners to Panama City to work in regards to the Panama Canal. Also, Panama City is one of the top-rated cities to live as an expat, especially for the very easy ways to get a visa in Panama. So we start off with cost of living. Cost of living is really a point that is undisputed going to Medellin. Medellin is way more inexpensive than Panama. Like a couple of examples could be a nice 3-bedroom apartment in the center of Panama City can be around $1,300 US. And here in Medellin this would be around $800 US. So we calculated on our cost of living video on both cities like Panama City and Medellin that in Panama City an expat would probably on average spend around $2,400 US per month, and in Medellin it's just $1,600, so quite a big difference. So this point clearly goes to Medellin. Then the climate. The climate really undisputed goes to Medellin too. The climate in Panama City is really humid, really hot, and you need air conditioning. And of course here in Medellin they call it the city of eternal spring, so springtime weather all year round. It never gets too hot and it never gets too cold. We don't just give, like we usually give 1 point, we give Medellin 2 points for this climate because it's one of the best climates you can have in the world. Then traffic. Of course, this is really subjective to where you are in the city, but as Medellin lies in a valley and you don't really have the opportunity to widen your road network, so that's why I believe Panama does a little bit better with traffic, even though Medellin has the better public transport network. Then another very important topic is safety. So this is arguably a tie. Of course, if you read some articles and read statistics with murder rates and anything like that, you will see that Medellin is worse off than Panama. But really, from my own personal experience being in the two cities, it's really pretty much the same. You just know where you have to go and then you will be more or less fine, or yeah, it's just comparable in my opinion. So both cities get a point here in regards to safety. So health. Health is quite difficult to compare because I've never been in a hospital in Panama and never been in a hospital here in Medellin. And yeah, really what we break it down to is insurance, healthcare and pollution. And insurance, of course, both countries have quite good insurance coverage, which is inexpensive. Medellin is a little bit more inexpensive Then healthcare, yeah, it doesn't really matter if you're an expat, because you probably are gonna go to the best hospitals and to the best doctors anyway, because as an expat you probably can afford it. So yeah, healthcare, I would say that's the same level, even though the World Health Organization says that Colombia has a way better healthcare than Panama does. But really that's, yeah, you can't really compare it, because you will go to the best doctors probably anyway, and these will be on the same level in my opinion. Then we give the point here to Panama, and this is just because of pollution. Medellin has a pollution problem because it sits in a valley without too much wind, so the pollution won't be blown away. So that's why the point of the health goes to Panama City. Things to do. So this is a really clear point for Medellin. Panama City is on the coast, on the Pacific coast, but it does not have a beach. So you have to go out of the city to go to a beach. So even though it's on the coast and it's a hot city, it does not have a beach. Here in Medellin, of course, is in the Andes, in the mountains, and you don't have a beach, but you can go hiking. Medellin is quite a big city compared to Panama, so you have a lot of more things to do in Medellin. So this is a really clear point to Medellin. So another very important topic is food, and I would say food, this point goes to Medellin as well, because in Panama City you have the El Cangrejo district with a lot of nice restaurants, and you have the Calle Uruguay with a lot of nice restaurants, but just the quantity of restaurants in Medellin is way higher. So you have the whole district of Poblado, which has more restaurants than probably the whole of Panama City, and these are really upscale, very good restaurants, international food, and you can get everything here in Medellin if you want to. And Panama City is just a little bit limited because of the size of the city. So this point really goes to Medellin. Then of course a little bit boring but also important topic is the visa topic. How easy is it to get a visa and what are the requirements? So this point really goes to Panama City without a doubt, because of the requirements you have to have if you want to stay in Panama, and this is really due to the Friendly Nations visa. So the Friendly Nations visa is very easy to get in Panama. So if you're not a retiree, of course if you're a retiree, it doesn't matter if Colombia or Panama, it's more or less the same. But the Friendly Nations visa is way easier to get in Panama than if you want to go to Medellin. So then one thing one could be interested in is investing in a foreign country. And investing in Medellin or Panama City will have its ups and downs, but arguably this could be a tie, because Panama City because it lies in Panama, it uses the US dollar, which is better if you want to invest in US dollars, especially if you're from the US and already have US dollars, so the currency doesn't really matter. And the other thing is taxes are a little bit better in Panama City, although there are quite a lot of ways around paying taxes here in Medellin too. But what makes it a tie and Panama City does not win is that Panama City already has a lot of foreigners in and the prices are up. And Medellin is up and coming. So if you do the right thing here in Medellin, you could make a fortune with investing in Medellin. Instead, in comparison to Panama City, Panama City already has, as I said, a lot of foreigners in. And it could be more difficult to find a gem to invest in. So it was a long and hard fight, but as you can see, Medellin won against Panama City with 7-5. So again, this was just my view of the two cities. If you want to know which city in Latin America could be best for you, we offer a specific country test. This country test, we will give you some questions and you will answer them. And after that, we will give you a personal view on what top 3 cities, even though the name is country test, are probably the best to you to be an expat in. The test should be really fun. The link to the test is in the description below. So I hope this video helped. If you want to see more videos like that, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.